This podcast is for a mature audience and may be viewed as inappropriate or insensitive to some. Listener discretion is advised. The intention is to share conversation of like and unlike-minded individuals as they try to be the best them they can be in a life full of challenges, searching for love, acceptance, and positivity. Call 669-241-1422 and share yourself or catch up with Sweet Baby J for an anonymous face-to-face interview. Feel free to call in with questions, stories, thoughts, or anything you would love to talk about and share. Nothing is off the table when talking sweet with Sweet Baby J at 669-241-1422.
Ladies and gents and ladies, once again, you are here talking sweet with yours truly, Sweet Baby J. As always, it's a no face, no case scenario where we offer the opportunity to be anonymous or not. Young lady, would you like to be anonymous or not?
Not.
Ooh, so who are you? What's going on?
I am Sheree Nicole Johnson, and everything is going on because if it isn't, it's a problem. Stagnant water stinks, Jay.
You ain't lying, but Daniel, you shared your whole government. What's your social number? I need a new credit card. You shared it all. So what's going on in your world? I feel what you're saying about stagnant water. So you clearly are someone that's a mover and a shaker. What's going on in your world?
Oh, we move, we Harlem Shake, lots of stuff. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm an author. I am the CEO of a social media marketing and management company called MacTub Consulting Incorporated. Wow. I am a mom of a fabulous, very advanced 2-year-old, almost a 3-nager. I'm just a part of a lot of different businesses. I have wholesale business. I'm partner in a clothing business. There's always a lot going on.
Wow.
Never a dull moment.
That sounds like you have a lot. Did you say you were a single mother? Did I hear that right or no?
I am. I'm a single mom, so I'm a shero.
Oh, okay. There we go. You ain't lying. How is it managing so much stuff while being a single mom and of a 2-year-old? So she's home with you all day?
She is home with me all day. She is my little rider. She comes with me on different things that we need to do, potential sometimes business trips. I need to do some business. Or I dress up, she dresses up, and we go handle business if need be.
Wow, that is so dope. So she actually has a great example of what it is to be an entrepreneur and a mother.
Yes, she has her little business outfit.
Really? That's too cute.
I'll have to be getting her some new ones. Yeah, she's good.
What do you do because eventually she's going to be going to school. How are you going to feel when this relationship now has something else that needs to be added to it?
In reference to school?
Yeah, for reference to her going to school. When did she start going to school?
Monday.
Oh, wow.
Monday.
As in tomorrow?
Yes, as in tomorrow.
Are you nervous?
A little nervous because it is a new environment for the both of us. She has been in daycare, but the daycare she was at initially for 6 months up until 2.5. So it's been a journey. So yeah, it'll be a little nerve-wracking dropping her off, but orientation went really well for the both of us.
Hey.
So I'm not as nervous dropping her off. The amount of time makes me a little nervous, but I know she's good at making friends pretty quickly. So.
Wow, that's pretty dope. What about dad? How does dad play into this whole relationship as far as what you guys are doing?
How does who?
Oh.
He doesn't really play into much of the relationship in reference to what we're doing. I wait for no one. If you run, try to catch up. If you can't catch up, we'll see you when we see you.
This, I guess, the dissolving of that relationship, did it have anything to do with your entrepreneurial ways or your, being such a mover and shaker?
Some, because we also own a business together and I'm very about my business. My perspective is that if you are handling business in a different way that you and I previously discussed, if we are in a business venture together, then I don't mind parting ways. I can sell my share to you and you can do whatever it is you feel with it. Because if I don't want to be part of it, I'm not going to.
But you guys continue to have a business relationship.
We continue to have a business relationship currently, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool that you can no longer be in a relationship because clearly the relationship didn't work, but yet you're able to maintain a business relationship. That's pretty dope.
Not really. No, not really.
Oh.
He won't sign off to let me go, so to speak. So.
Oh. Oh, damn. Damn, I was so optimistic here. Wow.
You won't let me go. You won't let me go. So
Wow.
that's a bit problematic, but
It is part of life. So many go through it.
it is part of life. You learn to dance in the rain.
Yeah. Some of the best dancing takes place in the rain, I guess. So with your personal business, like you say you do marketing for...
So I do social media marketing. So what that entails is I do some marketing and some management, social media management for different verticals of people. And that goes from beauticians to fashion stylists. I have a client right now who's part of New York Fashion Week. So it's been pretty busy for us. I have Verizon Fios as a client. They come kind of seasonally, periodically, especially when they have a new release. They reach out, which is really nice. And we have a construction company, a church.
Hey.
There's a lot of different clientele that we hold.
If they're paying, you slaying, huh?
We have fun with what we do, and we have fun with our clients. We make sure that they enjoy the process as much as we do.
Is it different working with a large client like Verizon as opposed to working with a client like a church?
Drastically different, yeah.
How do you maneuver those differences?
I tailor certain accounts to certain individual staff members that I have. It really depends. I know I talk to my staff members a lot. We're pretty personal with each other and everything. So I know what they like. I know what I like. Some of the accounts that some people may not be able to or are not interested in handling on a day-to-day basis, I may not mind, right? It really depends on what the client is, but it's easily maneuverable.
It sounds like, and I may be wrong, correct me if I am, but it sounds like you have a really good working relationship with your staff. About how many staff members do you have?
There are 9 of us in total, myself included.
Wow. And how do you know, I guess it's just a personal thing on who would do better on a certain account than someone else?
Yeah, I guess there's only 9 of us, right? Like I said, myself included. So there's 8 people who I have to get to know really well. That's not hard for someone who cares about people and who cares about their business. It's 8 people that I have to, in the general scope of things. Some people who work in corporate America, you may work with 15 or 20 people a day, 30, 40 people you're talking to. And over the years, you build relationships and you get to know people. So 8 people is not a lot.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. And I have to say, some of the best bosses or managers that I've ever worked with have been the ones that kept somewhat of a personal level. They were very understanding to just life. But have you ever had to terminate someone?
Yes. I just recently terminated someone. So yes, but I have my own exit interview process that I have with people. I don't just terminate you and let you go. I let you know why this happened. If there were warnings, remember this happened and this happened and this happened. This is where you can do better at your next job. But this is where you did really well and you excelled. Everybody that I work with, for the most part, has worked with me for a good amount of time. I had some people here and there who were short amounts of time, but I still keep up with them. We still connect. We still talk periodically. I'm not in the habit of burning bridges. Just because this wasn't for you doesn't mean this field isn't for you. Or maybe I know somebody that I can connect you with where you can find something that better suits you.
I'm going to have to say that's pretty nice of you. Has anyone ever been like, oh, hell no, got to detach, this person's toxic?
I haven't, thankfully, knock on wood, I have not had anybody like that.
And we're going to knock on wood.
I have not had anybody like that.
Knock on wood, pray, rub a rock, anything to not let that be the case.
No, everybody that I know, I've worked with personally outside of my company. So most people that I know, it's like, hey, I'm going to tag you. I know that you have a 9 to 5, but would you be interested in some side work, some 1099 work? Or would you be interested in working off the books if I'm just starting with them, right? And then I have others who are actual employees, which is nice.
I really like it. And then you also have your daughter, who is your very special assistant.
Yes. My daughter, who is my special pop-up assistant. She's my deal breaker sometimes at the end of a meeting.
Wow.
Where she'll ask certain questions she's due, right? And they'll ask her different things. She may bring different things to a meeting. I think our last meeting, she brought her doctor toys
Okay.
to the last meeting and told my now new client that she has a diagnosis.
Oh,
So,
I can only imagine this helps seal the deal as well.
absolutely. So if she wants to come, I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
You know, we are a huge family company in reference to being Max Hub. Like, we're a huge family company. I get it. There's a lot of single parents out there, mothers and fathers. So it's like sometimes if you need to take a beat for whatever reason, you need somebody to talk to, or you need a parenting hack, you know, they'll be, hey, Sheree, I need some advice, not work related. Like, oh, okay, what's up?
Does that happen often?
It happens more often with clients, actually.
That's pretty dope that you can be that personal with your clients in which they really feel that they can reach out to you on a personal level, not just for business.
Yeah, it's pretty nice because I feel like on some level, your clients should also be friends, or at least associates, right? Yeah. I think my longest client that I've had for 3 years now.
Oh. And do you invite people to your house?
I actually, pre-COVID, I used to do client mixers.
Oh.
So everybody could network with each other.
That's pretty dope.
COVID kind of messed that up.
COVID? What's COVID? What is that? It's running rampant, destroying us all.
You know, like, sure, you still doing mixers? I'm like, I don't think so. Everything. But it was good networking for people.
Everything has changed due to COVID. And with you being the owner of your own business, and a lot of people are saying that they can't get people to come out and work, but it seems that you actually have maintained those relationships. How has COVID impacted you and your businesses?
Well, with the wholesale business that I have, that impacted it more negatively because there's like a lumber shortage and stuff like that. But on the flip side of it, for social media, it has grown that business because a lot of businesses are going digital. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to properly manage their social media pages, or they just don't know how. It can be very tedious.
I'm going to have to say,
so,
I get it. I was off of social media for many years. I think social media almost cost me my marriage at one point, but
it happens.
Yeah, I know it does. But now that I have the show and be more relevant on social platforms, it is very time consuming.
Yes, it is. That's where we come in, because it's hard to run a business and your social media accounts is productive for you, not just you posting and keeping the lights on. Sometimes it's hard.
So what do you do? What do your services entail other than just making posts?
Well, we're creating content. We're helping you out with graphics, especially when you come upon a lot of clients who don't know what to send you, or they're having a slow month or 2 slow months or something like that. So we're coming up with the graphics. We're coming up with content. Of course, we're coming up with hashtags. We're watching your SEO and brand awareness, not just online, but also throughout the different platforms that we're managing. For example, with one client, we're managing his Facebook, his Instagram, his YouTube, and doing some additions here and there in different groups on Facebook that he has. For another client, we're managing her Facebook, her Instagram, her LinkedIn, her YouTube, her website.
Wow.
So there's a lot of different things that we do outside of just Facebook and Instagram. We can also manage Twitter, depending upon the client and what they're doing and what the industry is. We can do Reddit. There's just a lot of different social media platforms for us to manage and us to be on. TikTok, depending upon the client. One of my clients just asked, he was like, Sheree, should I get a TikTok? And I was like, you kind of aged out of TikTok.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because TikTok is more upbeat, young. People are dancing. People are redoing videos that they see.
But
I can't tell my 8-year-old client to do a crate challenge.
But wow, don't do that, please. You want no responsibility for that. But the thing is that, so when I don't even have TikTok, but when I do see elder people doing things on TikTok, I'm actually more drawn to watch those than younger people.
Absolutely. But I think that's for certain people. So this client that I have is a specific niche. right? He's a jazz player. He was huge in the 70s. So now he has his loyal following, but unless you're a follower of jazz, you just may not know who he is. You're like listening or reading Bass magazine and stuff like that.
Got you.
He's a bass guitarist. So
when you say content, what does content entail? Like when you say you're creating content,
we create everything from the words that are put up on Facebook and Instagram, because sometimes those are not going to match, right? What you put up on Instagram is not exactly what you put up on Facebook. You can put a hyperlink on Facebook and click it. You can't do that for Instagram.
Why is that?
Right?
That's sort of annoying.
People. Yeah. Good old Facebook.
Yeah. But Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same company, same person. Why is it that they don't allow hyperlinks on Instagram and they allow them on Facebook?
They look at Instagram as more of a visual platform. So people can't really sell things and everything like that. It's like, oh, promote it on this, promote it on that. You can redirect people to other pages where you're selling things or whatever. And there's other ways to hyperlink things where it's clickable and it'll take you to a third-party site or something of that nature. But there are so many bugs in Instagram within itself. It would just add to it compared to Facebook being more now family-oriented. It's not as visual. You have different things on Facebook, different groups on Facebook that you can join that you can't join on Instagram.
So in order for someone to really maneuver these waters, it would behoove them to deal with a professional as yourself.
Yeah. If you want to maneuver Facebook and Instagram and just social media management in general, the good thing is, as of next month, I will be coming out with a book.
Oh.
And it just talks about social media management. It specifically targets the different social platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything.
Wow. So this is a do-it-yourself type book. You're teaching people how to do this?
Yeah, I just feel like I can do it. And if you feel like you can do it too, which I do come across people who are like, I think I'm just going to go at this myself, which is not uncommon, and that's fine. But now I'm letting you know in this book what you're getting yourself into.
Do you also tell what to do?
Yeah, I tell everything. Lay it all out there for the most part. Easy steps, easy ways for people to follow. Make sure to let people know you need to be following your insights. That'll let you know when to post. People are following your pages on Monday and Wednesday more than they are on Sunday and Saturday. On Monday and Wednesday, they're great days to post. But now what time should you post? Wow. Are people looking at your page at noon, or are they looking at your page at 3 or at 9 o'clock at night?
Wow.
This is all the things that we look at.
What's the name of this book? I'm going to definitely have to buy it because, whew, my goodness, great. I feel like I can't even swim, but you're throwing me out into the ocean. Wow.
Well, I mean, it's important to know if you're really going to be doing your own social media management, that you kind of just know what you're getting yourself into. And I don't think a lot of people do. I don't think a lot of people realize how much it entails. People just think, hey, I'm going to put up a post and that's it, right? Like I did my due diligence for today and then I'll post again next week. And that's not how that works.
What's the name of this book?
The book that I am launching is Social Media Marketing Made Simple, Transform Your Business and Life.
You're about to be a bestseller. I am seeing it. Wow, this is pretty dope. And so is this your first book or do you have others in the works?
No, this is my second book now. My first book was actually completely different. It's poetry.
Oh.
Yes, my first book is available on Amazon and in Barnes & Noble. It's In a Dark Room with Highlights of Maroon.
I like the name. Now, what made you come out with a book on poetry or a poetry book? And I get why you would do this one because this is what you do for work. But what made you do the first book?
My first book was based on, I used to write a lot of poems. I have been published in the National Library of Poetry. I've done a lot of different things. And my first book was, in all honesty, predominantly because I wanted to have a book on my mom's bookshelf. My mom's an avid reader.
That's inspirational. If there's any reason to want to write a book, I think that's a great one.
Yeah, my mom's an avid reader, and I was like, you have all these books on your bookshelf. I want my book on your bookshelf. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I have a collection of poems that I've written throughout the years. Let's see how it is to be a self-published poet.
And how is that process on being a self-published poet or a self-published author? Is it difficult? Is that something that people can do, any layman's person can do, or was it quite crazy?
I feel like everyone can do it if you put your mind to it. To be honest, you can do whatever you feel like. You just have to put your mind to it. If you want to be a scientist, you look up the requirements to be a scientist, the specific type of scientist you want to be, and go after it. I think anybody can do it, but it's tough. You know, the process is not an easy process. Otherwise, everybody would do it, right?
Yeah, true.
You have to either be a really good editor or have an editor look at it. There's a lot of financial aspects behind a lot of things when it comes to self-publishing books that people may not take into account. The cover, any images you may need inside, all of that.
It really does sound like you're doing a lot. You have the 2 books, you have the businesses, you have your daughter. Are you in a relationship? How do you maintain a relationship? What's up? Like, what's up?
I am single as a Pringle. I am as single as I was when I first came into this world.
Wow. Is that by choice?
That is by choice. I do maintain relationships. I have my girls, our little girl group from college, my 151 ladies, and I have other friends that are out here, associates, my business relationships that I maintain. There's always Zoom and parent meetups, so to speak, right? That's always fun, where it's like, okay, well, we know each other. You have a child, I have a child. Let's go to the pool. While they're playing in the pool, we can top it up.
There you go. So it's not all just work, but you do incorporate your work life with your personal life.
Well, yeah, because I know some people say work-life balance, but I think it intertwines. For me, there's no balance like it's a scale. Work is on one side and life is on another side. That doesn't happen for me. That's not the hand that I was dealt.
Do you like the hand? And
that's not the hand that I even choose to play.
Oh, okay. So you like the hand that you have.
I love the hand that I have.
You sound happy, and I'm loving the fact that you sound happy.
I am. Being your own boss is not easy at all. You can easily do a 9 to 5. Being your own boss, you're probably now looking at 4 hours of sleep a night. That's a good night.
So did you had a 9 to 5?
No, this is my baby.
Oh, so
this is my baby.
You've always been grinding.
I used to. I went to college. I got my master's degree. I used to be in corporate America working with Lionsgate and Fox and Scholastic, all these BBC Video and all these big companies and everything like that. And I just felt like if I can do this for all of you guys and make y'all money, why can't I do this for myself?
Were you nervous stepping away from corporate America and now doing it on your own?
No, I used to sell life insurance. And I did that for 6 years. I was top of my class doing that. I was really good. Branched out. I'm still an insurance agent. I'm still licensed to this day. I have clients that come to me and, hey, Sheree, I know you covered these people in my family. My cousin just had kids. Do you mind going to see this person? Sure. So
you're still out here pulling money from here and from there. I'm not mad at you at all.
My dad always taught me multiple streams of money. He was like, you have to go fishing, put that pole out there, but have multiple cages with the pole.
You ain't lying.
You got to catch everything. Come back and have a fish fry.
And it's funny, a lot of people, including myself in the past, it really has been, when I first graduated from school, I had 5 jobs. I was out there hustling. And now for the first time in my life I have only one job, but then I do have the podcast, which is very time consuming, but yet I enjoy it. So it doesn't feel like that. But when you are your own boss, there is so much beauty in it. There's also so much work. Do you ever feel like I just want to give up all the hard work that comes with being your own boss?
I think it can be frustrating at times. Everyone gets frustrated. And there's been times where I'm like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. But after you have, not to be blatant, but kind of boo-hooed, right? Like you kind of boo-hoo, you like, all right, let me wipe my face, suck it up. Like, suck it up, buttercup. Get up, pick yourself up, and keep pushing forward. Because then it's like, I think of it this way. It can be very hard. It can be very grueling. I definitely have felt multiple times like I wanted to give up. But then the flip side of that is, I go to a 9 to 5. My daughter has a school play or she gets sick. I have to ask somebody, can I have time off? I can't just go. I have to ask somebody if I have the days available, maybe go into my sick days because I want to make her field hockey game. It could be anything. Oh, mommy, I want to try out for ballet class and I have to work late that night. If I'm my own boss, I can manage my schedule. If I'm working for corporate America, just to put it generally, I have to ask. And then if I have to work late that night, then what?
I've never thought about all that, but yeah. So for me, I've come from my mother. She always had a job. She used to work in a gold casting company. And then she branched off and started her own beauty salon. And the amount of work that we used to do in that beauty salon was the reason why I joined the military. I was like, I'm tired of washing hair. I need to do something different. I'm joining the Army. And from all of that, now I see the beauty in having your own. The opportunity to make time to do things is just something that no one take away from you. And the fact that you don't have to ask is beauty in it.
Right. And that's how I feel. I feel like it's yours. Nobody's taking it away. The beauty of having your own, the beauty of being able to drop her off at school and I can pick her up and I can do the different things that I need to do also with my business and run it the way I feel it should be ran and hire the different people who may have been underdogs or looked over or something of that nature, right? If I can potentially give you an outlet for strength that you're not currently getting, let's say at your job, maybe at your 9 to 5, you'll feel a little bit more fulfilled, be a little bit more happy because you're getting that out somewhere else.
You're raising a really good point on the underdog. Do you ever hire someone that seems like the underdog where you're like, you know what? I don't think this person is getting what they should be from someplace else, but I'm going to empower this person. Do you ever hire someone with that in your mind or in your heart, actually?
Yeah, absolutely. My right hand, the first person I hired, he is amazing. He's awesome. And he has his day job. But if I'm ever like, hey, dude, because he's working 2 jobs, essentially. He's hired under MacTub and he's hired with his day job. But his day job doesn't know about MacTub. So initially when I was like, okay, we're expanding, the business is expanding, he was the first person I brought on. And I was like, at the time, I think when we were working together, he was my work husband. So, like, we have a close relationship and we've always kept in touch. And I was like, are you looking, because we talk openly and I'm like, are you potentially looking for a different opportunity? And he was like, yeah, but he wasn't looking to move back to New York. He's currently on the West Coast. So I was like, what if we could set this up this way? And he was like, 100%, that'd be dope. I'm in. And that's kind of how that began. And we've grown from there. I run things past him and he's younger than myself. I run things past him. I'll be like, hey, well, I think about this, that, and the other. When we're bringing on somebody new, collectively ask a couple of people to do a Zoom with me. I don't go through the grueling 4-step process that I used to go through at a PR firm. It's like 4 or 5 steps and you're like, what's going on now? What equation do I have to solve now?
You really go off of feelings and a vibe.
Yeah, if we all vibe together, if there's something that's off, if you got something going on, just let us know and we can cover for you. It's not a thing where it's, oh, hey, Sheree, I'm looking to book a vacation, XYZ. I'm like, oh, that is so dope, jealous. Okay. And then we work it out.
There you go.
It is not that serious.
Well, I really like the fact that it really sounds like you're managing life as one should. You're not stressed. Yeah, there are frustrations, but you're handling everything really well.
Yeah, it's a big yacht that we just have to keep a hold of.
Hey.
Right? Captain always goes down with the ship if the ship goes down, but if the ship just keeps sailing on from point to point to point, then hey, here and there, it's not hard to, it's not bad to party.
Well, young lady, I really want to say thank you for talking sweet. It's been an absolute pleasure hearing your journey on just being a serial entrepreneur.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I hear your assistant in the background.
Yeah. She had a fun day at the park with mommy and grandma today, and grandma is special. I'm buying her a cute $5 icy the day before school. So.
That's energy that will never go away. Oh man, we need to do some jumping jacks.
I'm letting her run around a little bit. She has a good 20 more minutes, and then I'm like, no, you are crashing. I think I'm just going to watch her hair, and that usually puts her to sleep.
Well, I like it. Any last words for the people?
Please, if you are interested, you can contact me. Again, my name is Sheree Nicole Johnson. Yes, my full government. And I am the very proud owner of MacTub Consulting Incorporated. And you can also definitely take time out to keep track and look out for my upcoming book next month. It's going to be dope. If you're looking for any type of social media help, purchase Social Media Marketing Made Simple, transform your business and life, and you won't regret it. There's also a bonus in the book, actually.
Sounds nice. It sounds
a money back bonus in the book.
Wow. It sounds like you're also missing out on another book for those that like poetry.
Oh, well, yes. There's so many things. Oh my God. Thank you, Jay. There is also my poetry book that is currently out if anybody is interested in purchasing any type of poetry. And you can find that on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I know it's In the Dark Room with highlights of maroon. I know it's a long title, so if you plug in my name on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, it'll come up.
There you go. Is there any other business that you would like to promote? It's a get money world. You got to get all your money.
I don't want to get anybody lost in the sauce. Like, I don't know where to go. So I would say this. I say if anyone is looking to get in touch with me, you can hit me up on Instagram. My name on Instagram is Alpha Desiac. And that's ALPHA Desiac. I think the best way would probably be to hit me up on Instagram. I answer just about everything. So I think it's a PH. ALFADESIAC. Alpha Desiac.
Dope. That's exactly how we met, on Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram. I try to answer everyone back within a 24-hour span of time.
Which proves that good people can come in contact on social media.
Yeah.
Young lady, I really appreciate you. Stay great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No doubt.
That's about it.